Trump's brain rot continues to advance. Here is a mashup of just some of his recent greatest hits.
He couldn't call me by whole for 20 years. He called me Donald. He can't call me Don. I have that with a lot of friends. They used to call me Donnie. They used to call me Don, DJ. Now they all call me President. I say, call me loosen. I say, loosen up. Loosen up. You've been my friend for 25 years. Loosen. But they think they are. They think they're tough. But a lot of them come to me and they'll say, how do you do it? You go through all these subpoenas. You got indicted. Now, in my whole life, I didn't know what I didn't know what indictment meant. You got indicted more than Alphonse Capone, Scarface. They say, how do you take it? How do you do it? We need you to get out and vote to set the stage for November. Go vote. November 27th. So remember this, is a date that's very important. And we ended up winning Michigan. Remember, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. And Wisconsin, we won Wisconsin, we won Pennsylvania, we won it all.
Okay, not that anyone's gonna care, but let's just do some fact checks on those. The first one, I don't know what that was. It sounded like he was gonna say that people call him Lucifer. He kept making a loose sound. His brain was just breaking apart and he couldn't recover. Let's see, in the second one, he thinks the N-word is indictment. I don't get that, but it just has the worst implications for what he thinks about race. The Michigan primary is in February. It is not, in fact, as he said, 3 weeks after the general election in November, but way to do an amazing job on informing your voters about how to participate. And the 3 states that he listed in that last video, he did not win a single one of those against Biden. He lost all 3. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is unfair for me to say that that is evidence of brain rot. He's also a massive liar. Maybe he's just lying to his audience there. Or maybe he honestly doesn't know what states he won, in which year, what year is it, where is he? He's very confused. I don't know, but Rayyvana, what do you think?
Well, I liked in the second video where he said, I'd never heard it before, the N-word, which is like, well, based on what we know about your history of race discrimination, within your companies, that's completely BS.
Yeah.
But apparently it's just indictment now from his point of view. I do think that he sort of gets away with it a lot more than when we get gaffes and clear brain rot moments from Joe Biden, just because Donald Trump is a complete bumbling idiot and always has been. So and his audience doesn't care. His supporters really do not care. They love it. They love it. I mean, he stands on stage and he calls them fat slobs who take massive dumps and they eat it up. He went on there and said they clog toilets and then said, not me, but you. And they cheered like animals. And they don't care. So, I mean, there's no amount of like hypocritical evidence you could show them, no amount of evidence that clearly he is also, as an extremely elderly man, in cognitive decline that's gonna make them care. They're gonna vote for him anyway, apparently, on November 27th.
100%. I love that point, and I agree. Although, remember, he's insulted people's cities. He once was doing a rally and he was like, if I wasn't running for president, I'd be in a much nicer place right now. And that's amazing, but it is not actually unprecedented. There is one thing that reminds me of. And you might, if you watch the WWE, you might be familiar with it because The Rock is back now. And The Rock is a bad guy right now. The Rock comes out and insults people's cities. He insults the people that have come to the show. And they cheer for it. They love it because it's that guy and he's famous and he's calling me a fat slob. So I don't know, maybe people have been trained by professional wrestling to like that. I'm not sure. But I do have one other thing, and I don't know, to the TD, is it possible to just start that video and run it for just a little bit with no audio? I just want to make a comment about something there. And this is not about Trump's brain rot. This is about Newsmax and the weird way they try to manipulate their audience. Feel free to start that up whenever you want. And it's a visual thing that you'll see. So you see, you can, with a qualified purchase, you can get a free safe, which I guarantee is not the safe in the image, but you'll want it since you have so many gold bars to guard. You just have dozens of gold ingots that you need to lock up in your safe. Who do they think is watching Newsmax? These people don't have gold bars. They tapped out their savings account to buy crappy sneakers from Donald Trump.
And don't forget NFTs, where Donald Trump is photoshopped on the moon.
But those are not purchases, those are investments.
Right.
Anyway, what a stupid country we live in.